Hello friends, welcome once again to our Ionic 5 tutorial. In this video we will be completing our image upload file to Firebase Cloud. By doing so, we will be updating a user's profile image to Firebase, and also we'll be displaying this user's profile into our application. Okay, so let's go dive into the code and start by updating our profile with an image. In our upload image.ts file, and inside here we'll add Angular Firestore. That will represent our database, and then private storage. So we need a location to where we are going to store our image, and that will be Angular Fire storage. Good, so we'll come here and import that. Import from at Angular Fire, then storage. So here we'll import Angular storage like so. Alright, so that having created, then we'll come just below here and we'll create an if condition to check if the file that is uploaded is an image or is not an image. Okay, so here we'll say it will be file dot type and dot split. If this is not true, then we'll just console log error, and we'll have just print file is not an image. So we'll just return that. Save, and let's check that out first. So we'll go ahead and upload. Cannot read property split of undefined. Okay, let's use this dot file name. Alright, so let's check that. We are getting undefined. Okay, so just fix that. And now also, if we upload a real image, if we upload this image, we don't get any errors. So if we select again, let's say this, let's just select that, and we get this error, the file is not an image. That is one way to do that, and another way to implement to safeguard our image upload can be just on our input here. So we add acceptable files that are allowed. So we'll just have PNG, and here we can also add, let's say, JPEG file. Save, and let's check that out. Good, so now if we click upload, you see that these files which are not image are grayed out. They are not active. So With this we can, safeguard uploading of unwanted files into Firebase. Okay, so that having said, let's go ahead and add our upload functionality. It's dot path will equal to, let's just const path will equal to our login uploads, which will be, so our image is going to be represented by the timestamp date.getTime method, and so this one will be file name dot name, like so. Okay, now this is going to be our image path. It's going to be represented by the date at which it was created and the file name here, like so. Okay, we'll define the file reference, so we'll reference this file, and that one will be done by simply file ref will equal to this dot storage dot ref, and then here we pass in the path, like so. And now the next thing we need to do is to make the real upload function, which is going to upload our file, and this will be this image upload will equal to this dot storage dot upload, and then inside here we'll pass in the path and the data, which will be our file name, like so. You save. So let's declare this variable, and image upload will be of type Angular file upload task. Good, so this is the function that is going to generate our image that we upload to Firebase. So we save, and then let's upload an image, which is this. Good, perfect. So we have successfully uploaded our image. So this is the bar that it shows that our image has been successfully uploaded. So if we head back to our Firebase, and then let's go to storage. If we check our storage in Firebase, let's just refresh this page. Good, we have our image right there. So this is the path that we created with the date of the image, the current date, and also the name of the image. So here now we have successfully uploaded our image into Firebase. Okay, now one thing we need to do is, when the image is completed, we need to put here a button to allow the user to continue to the next page. So to do so, we'll go back to our code in HTML, then inside our progress bar, then we'll add a button just right here, and this button will give it a class Ionic text center, and then we'll yeah, we'll give it that class, and then we can come back and can go in our CSS class and then define that. Just go here, we'll give it okay, background. Okay, and text align, center, add continue, save, and let's add a function event, which will be click event, and we just copy this function. Let's head back to our upload.ts file, just below down here. Can paste that, and then just this dot route dot navigate tabs page. Good. So let's check out what we have. So if we upload an image once again, we get this. I think we need to here and just apply class and text center, and then we can remove it from here. Good. So our button is centered, but the background is not changing. It's just so we'll just add the background color here to that one, and color will be let's use that one. Okay, so when we save, good. So okay, and we can just give margin top to something like maybe 5 pixels, and then say const load equal to okay, let's import our loading controller. Loading controller. So this will be this dot loading dot create, and all we need to do is to show the spinner, and the spinner will be dots. Yeah, so that's all that we need to show, and so we'll await this, and then dot present, save, and then we'll dismiss our loading after this function. So this dot loading dot dismiss. So let's save and check that out. Now if we upload once again, Good, so we get that effect, and when we click continue, we are redirected to our tabs page. So what we need to do is go back to our login screen page. Now where we are creating our user profile. Here we'll even navigate to our image upload image page. Here now, after getting our file progress percentage like so, then we can get the response of our uploaded image then, and then here we'll have, okay, just have response, and then here we'll have var response image file will equal to response dot snapshot, and then we get the reference, then download the URL. So image our image file p.then, and then here we equal to have a downloadable URL, which will be, so here we console log our URL. Alright, so let's save and check out what we have. So if we upload our image once again, good, we get our downloadable URL, which is this one. Perfect. So now here we can then now say this dot this dot database dot doc, and then here we'll pass in our profile, which will be this not auth service dot get UID, user UID, and then after here we'll update, I think, yeah. Instead of setting, we need to update our document with photo URL, and then here we'll have downloadable as our URL. Good, so let's save and alright, so let's log in test at test.com, then 1 2 3 4 5 6. So when we log in, we are redirected here, so we add our profile picture. Good, so let's go in our database and see what we have. Okay, now this is our profile for this user. We created this user profile email with the name, and then we updated this profile with image URL. So if we go back to click continue, we go to tabs page. So if we refresh the page and let's try to log in with the same user. See, test@test.com, log in again. So when we log in for the second time, we are taken directly to the tabs page because this document already exists. So we cannot again, if the document doesn't exist, then we are redirected here where we create this user profile and then navigate to upload image, and then there we can upload user's image. Alright, so let's try to create a new user here. So we'll go to sign up. Then password of password, sign up. Good, the user has successfully signed up and we are redirected to the login page. So let's first see what we have in our Firebase. So if we go to authentications, we see that a new user has been added, which is this one, and this is the UID. But if we go to profile, let's go to profile, Firebase Cloud, and if we go, we don't have that user's profile here. So to do so, we'll just go ahead and log in at tm.com, then password of password, then log in again. Good, so we are redirected here. We upload an image. Good, so let's go back and check our Firebase. We see that a new user has been added with these names and a URL of this. In this part of the video, we have successfully created our user profile and updated it with user URL using Firebase. So we are back to our second part of this video, and in our first part we looked at how we can create our user profile. So in this part we are going to see how we can fetch our user data from Firebase. Okay, so let's go into Firebase. We are going to see how we can display this user details in our application. Okay, so let's head back and see how we can do that. Okay, now in our application we'll go to our routing module. So this is a file and we are redirecting to the login. So we are going to change this one to profile. Actually not profile, tabs page. So, and also since we want to edit that page without logging in, we are going to disable this auth guard that we had implemented here for now. If now we head back to our page and refresh, good, so we are in our tabs page and we are going to work on this profile page to fill it with user details. Okay, so let's go back to our Xcode and in here we'll go to our profile page. And first thing we are going to do is to change this background and also to remove the background from the header. Let's head to CSS and going to say Ion content, and I'll have Ion background color will be I'm going to paste in that color there, and let's head back to our page. Good, so the color has changed. So now let's work on our header, and here I will put another class, Ion borders. We don't want borders, we want a transparent header. Alright, so let's go to our CSS, and then Ion header will have okay, we set position to relative, and we'll set this one to transparent. So let's go to Ion toolbar. Let's first see what we have. Good, so our head has disappeared, the background. So we'll change the color of this text, and we'll do so by Ion title, and we'll give font size of 10 pixels, and then font family, that one, then font style will be normal, font weight, let's give it a lighter font, then color, let's give it white. Let's save and let's see what we have. Good, so that is our profile title. Okay, so let's work on the container. So we'll go ahead and then we'll add a div, and we'll give it a class of container. Come to our CSS style and then give it width of 100%, and then height will be, let's give it a height of 200 pixels, and then display block and background color. So we'll paste in this for this container, save, and this is what we have. So we'll give our toolbar an opacity of 0, save, and let's check out. Good, so okay, now let's work on our avatar. Add here another div inside here, and we'll give this div a class of overlay. So our avatar is going to overlay our container that we have defined. So we'll go ahead and Ion avatar, and then here we'll have image. So assets, going to copy this image, and okay, our assets folder is here, and then I will reveal in Finder, then under images I'm going to paste in our profile picture there, right there. Okay, so let's go ahead, since we have our profile picture right here. So I'll see images, and then profile picture. Okay, so when we save, good, so we have our profile picture. Alright, so let's go to our CSS, and then here we'll see Ion avatar, and I'll give it a height of 100 pixels, width 100 pixels, and then I'll give it margin of auto to center it, and then we will define our dot overlay class, and this one will be position relative, and then text align center. Here we'll put top will be 58 pixels, 80%. Let's check out. Good, our image is in the center, so we need to put it down here. Let me see what we are defining. Good, so that is our profile image. Maybe we can put it to 60, and then we can give our avatar border of 1 pixel, solid, and then okay, now I'm going to paste in this color for our border. I think I'll give our border something like 4 pixels. We are finished with our header, so let's go ahead and work on our content. So I'll create an Ion card down here, then I'll put Ion Alright, so let's go ahead and first style up these fields. So save, let's go to our so we'll define Ion card, and this one will give it a background, a transparent background. So Ion background, yeah, that's something like it. Okay, so now let's go and work on our Ion content items, and card content. Okay, so we'll go to our ion item and I'll give it a background color. Actually, it will be item background. Okay, it is iron item. Then we'll give it a background of, still I'm going to paste in this color code here. So that will be the background of our iron item. And then we'll save. Okay, iron label. Yeah, something like that. So let's change I'm going to add some border, border radius. We have 5 pixels, and yeah, so let's I think let's duplicate this iron item. This will be call, that is, and then here we have phone number, and this will be locate, and then here we have location. All right, so now let's save and see what we have. We need to give it some spacing. So we'll go to our iron item, and then we'll give margin bottom, and then we'll have 15 pixels. Yeah, but then now we have this lining, which is this underlining bottom line, which is killing our design. So we are going to go and remove that. So you can just simply go here and say lines, and that will be none. Copy this, save, and let's see. Good, so we no longer have those lines that we have successfully created our profile interface. So let's go ahead and fetch our user data from Firebase into our application. All right, so let's go to our a TS file. Now inside here we are going to import Firebase from Firebase, then app, save this private database. So Angular Firestore is what we need. Save, and I think let's go in our own init method, and this is where we are going to start calling our Firebase. So firebase.auth, and here we'll have auth change, we'll have user, and then we'll console log this user. So let's save, and so now since we have finished our design, we can go back to routing module and then put it back to login, and also here put back our canActivate function. So when we come here, we are directed to login, test@test.com, then password. So we are logged in. Now if we navigate to profile, good, so we have our auth user, which is here. Since we have successfully received our auth, here we can go ahead and say if user, and then here we'll pass in we'll now connect to our profile, our user profile, by saying this.database, then this.database, then .docs. Then inside our document, we are going to navigate to profile, and just paste in that, and then here we'll go to value chain. Okay, so we say create a constant, const result equal to that, and then we'll create a variable here which will be user profile will equal to user.value changed. Good, then here we say user profile dot subscribe, and here we go to profile. Okay, so here we'll console log our profile. Good, like so. Save, and then let's log in again. So if we see test, then pass in the password. So if we go to profile, good, so we get our user object, which is this one. This is the photo URL and the email of this user, plus okay, the email name and the photo and the picture URL of this user. So we can go ahead capture that details. So okay, so what we can do, can just go to just say profile and what name, and we need to create this variable here, this dot profile equal to profile. So let's declare this variable, say any. Alright, so let's save, and So if we log in again, test. Alright, so let's go to profile. We get an error here. Cannot read property name of undefined. So, alright, now what we are going to do is we are going to declare these variables here. So we'll start by the name, and then we'll say this dot profile name, and that one will equal to, so we are accessing the profile, the name of this profile user, and then we'll say this dot profile image URL, and that one will equal to profile, and then we'll pass in photo URL of this user, and then this the profile email of this user, and this will equal to profile email. Good, so let's declare these variables. Alright, so let's say get profile name and head back to our HTML page. So instead of profile.name, because it was giving us error, then we'll put that one, and in the place of our image we'll comment out that line, and then here we'll add ion image equal to source, and here we'll have we'll come and add our image URL here. So save, and let's go to our email address. So here, instead of this dummy email, we'll put in our profile email, which is this one. Okay, so let's save and head back to application. So let's log in, and the password like so. Alright, so we have logged in, and let's see what we have on profile. Good, so this is our profile image of this user, and this is the email address. Since we don't have the name, so the name field is blank, and if we navigate through the app, you see the data still remains in the application. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some users. Like we see, let's register some users here. Can register. Okay, so let's log in again. Okay, let's just let's add that one. Good, so let's check. See, we have successfully added our profile to this application. So okay, we have, in this part of the video, we have also looked at how we can display our user profile from Firebase. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.